Hi everyone, welcome to this week's question and answer video. My name is David and this channel is Damar's Coaching. I used to do this every single week. I was doing this about every 2 or 3 weeks because the questions slowed down, but you guys are asking more questions, so it'll be every month, every week, as long as the questions keep coming in. For those of you who like this and look forward to this every week, like a lot of you tell me, ask questions, try to, and it helps keep it going. And always give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's amazing how many of you guys ask me questions every week and aren't even subscribed to my channel. So I'd appreciate it if you could support me. Thank you very much. So I recommend something every video to help you guys with the problems that you come to me with. And I can't express enough how valuable talking is. Okay? You may or may not have friends after these relationships. Sometimes we lose everyone in our life, but you may still have some people in your life, like family, friends. They may not even be healthy. They may be healthy, but they don't know how to help you. And when you come to someone who cares about you with problems that are associated with trauma and emotional abuse and stuff like this, and they can't help you, it's extremely stressful and they don't understand, and it's not validating. It's frustrating for you guys. But if you can go to someone who knows how to help you with this, it's amazing. I always say, people did this to you, people will help you with this. We need each other, okay? This is not something that we do alone or by ourselves. If we try to, we're screwed. I promise. I can relate more to the people that says we'll never get better. That's not true. Everyone's capable of healing from everything, okay? I'm not saying people can, not saying narcissists cannot be narcissists. I guess they can. That is true. There's doctors that say they can heal that too, but our trauma and our pain, stuff like this, we can heal from, all of you. And to not do that lowers your self-worth so much. I can't explain the damages of not getting the help that we need. Even getting help from someone that can't give us the help that we need can be so much more damaging. But the worst is isolating, not getting help. Every question I get, there are professionals out there that can help you guys. And I can clearly see that we all need some help, and we all do. Okay? Everybody needs help. We can't live and do our things and what we want in life by ourselves. That's not what we are. We're just too social of an animal. Okay? I'm just going to read this. Talk therapy allows a person to discuss their concerns, goals, and challenges with a person who holds no biases and no judgments. Someone that hears this stuff all day long will not judge you. They shouldn't. If you feel that way, find someone else. Even if you don't think they're judging you, but you just keep feeling that way, you might need to find someone else. But the relationship between whoever it is that you go to talk to, it's all about you. You have no responsibilities and accountability in that relationship. You don't have to meet my needs and worry about hurting my feelings and worry about my judgments and stuff like this. I listen. I offer suggestions. That's it. And it's what we need. And if it is what we need, there's no supplement. There's no replacing it. After a series of sessions, talk therapy should help a person target and eventually change patterns of thought and behavior that may be a hindrance to a healthy state of mind. Talk therapy can help treat physical symptoms, repressed emotions, and passive-aggressive behavior. Just another sentence or two here. The effectiveness of talk therapy is attributed to the fact that it provides a safe and supportive environment for individuals to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or criticism. This can help individuals gain insight into their emotions, behaviors, and thought patterns, which can lead to positive changes in their lives. Find help, people. There's counselors, there's therapists, psychiatrists, psychotherapists, coaches. I would go with a professional coach, not so much a life coach. Anyone can call themselves a life coach. Professional coach like myself at least has some training. And somebody that's somewhat familiar with your problem. Yeah? Okay? Let me know. It'd be great if those of you who have received some kind of professional help and it helped you, it would be great if you could say it down below. It might encourage people who really need help to get the help that they need, okay? Again, we can all heal. It's just about what we're doing. So these experiences that we have don't make us who we are. It's what we do with them that define us. You do nothing, what does that say about you? You need help, you won't get it, what does that say about you? You're not giving yourself a chance. So many of you have so much regret of wasting so much time. Why do you want to keep wasting more? If you don't understand your experience, it still bothers you and you're scared or anything like this, depression, anxiety, we just need some help. Just talking, not drugs. Yeah, okay? Enough of that. But I really appreciate any of you who have had some help to comment down below. I know sometimes my clients do that. Thank you. Victoria from the Bay Area. Hi Victoria. My cousin asked if he could move in my house and pay me some rent. I actually thought about it. And the first thing that came to my head was, you're going to try to take care of him. And that's not good. Our codependent behaviors kick right in, huh? So I said, no, thank you. He looked at me kind of funny and left. I guess the therapy and life coach really is working for me. I've come a long way from pushing the bedroom dresser in front of the door. And I think that's not hyperbole. I think you might have done that, huh? Good job, Victoria. You have shown yourself, you have shown your cousin and the universe that you're worthy of more, of something healthier, that you want to be the best version of yourself. And you're looking on how to do that, looking ahead, parenting yourself. Great. Thank you. And it's funny, I asked people to go down and ask about how professional help has helped you, and here's already an example. Thanks, Victoria, for sharing that. And Rory from Ohio. Good afternoon, David. Hi. Ohio is rainy, isn't it, most of the time? Except maybe when it's really hot. My question is about self-worth and being worthy. What I was just talking about. For the longest time, I felt unworthy. I neglected myself, thinking that doing everything for everyone was wrapped up in my worthiness. It's taken me a long time to realize I am worthy. Thanks, David. Great comment, Roy. We can invest and invest and invest in other people. What's the payoff? We only have so much time, so much space in our lives. We can only make so many commitments. I'd be very mindful of the commitments that you're making, especially to other people. I've seen people completely throw their lives away. I mean, every aspect of their life, to just keep investing in another person. Another person that doesn't reciprocate, not appreciative, no gratitude. And I see the person sit there and rationalize and justify doing it. You don't have to. If you think that you're here for someone else, so be it. There's a whole personality disorder for it. Dependent personality disorder. If you want to devote your life to someone else, especially someone else that doesn't care, because really it doesn't matter. Someone can be really grateful. But when you neglect your own life, there's no bigger regret. There's no bigger regret, and we can't blame other people for that. Okay? We have to be more mindful of what we're doing and the commitments that we make. Thanks, Rory. Hope the rain stops sometime. Hi, David. Sandra from Melbourne, Australia. Hi, Sandra. Always love your videos, especially your Q&As. My question, well, thank you. Thanks for asking questions. My question today is, when you catch someone lying, should they get another chance? I realize with repetitive lies, absolutely no. But in a new relationship, when you're getting to know someone, good question, Sandra. I know I just made a video about, what was it? Narcissistic. I can't remember all the terms I use, but malevolent liars. And I'm never going to tell somebody else, right, Sandra? Nobody else can tell you. You can ask your friend's advice. That's good. But realize that you aren't your friend, and friend's not you, and your friend doesn't feel the same way you do, doesn't have the same wants and needs and values, all these things. Well, hopefully they have the same values. But so it doesn't really help, because it really doesn't matter what you do, Sandra. It only matters how you feel about it. Okay? Remember, we have emotional needs, and we need to feel secure. We need to feel secure. And when someone's lying, we don't feel secure. We feel insecure, don't we? And so it comes down to, Sandra, can you and this other person make you feel secure again? That they won't lie to you again. They won't do it again. Okay, Sandra? What would be good for you to know is if they do, what are you going to do about it? Let's know now. And you don't have to tell this person. We don't threaten them that if, hey, you lie one more time, I'm gonna leave you, that's it. But, let's know what we're gonna do if you decide to continue this relationship. I can find reasons. I mean, man, we've all lied, right? So is this lie malevolent? Was it made to hurt you? Did they come clean? And when they reassure you they won't do it again, how's it feel? Okay? So I can't no one better tell you what to do if you can or can't accept someone who lies. The person that can accept someone lying, that's what I'm more interested in. Why not? Your values have to match, Sandra. So if you value honesty and integrity and this person lied, you better explain to them who you are and who they must be to be in your life. Okay? Make it real clear. And if you know what emotional security feels like, to be emotionally secure, that's what you're going for in this relationship. If it can't be achieved, the relationship is over. Okay? So if it's important to both of you will try really hard. Okay? If they're not trying really hard, then guess what you should do? I mean, I'm not going to tell you. But, okay, I don't know if that helps. Let me know. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I mean, who could with just that? You didn't tell me much. You didn't tell me what the lie is about and how well you know this person or not. Or are they usually genuinely honest? Did they come clean? Did they tell you or did you catch them? Those things matter, maybe. Security. That's what matters, okay, Sandra? We can forgive everyone we want to for everything. It doesn't mean our emotions will respond that way, right? We may not trust this person no matter how much I want to. I just can't. Okay? And we need to listen to that. And we need to feel secure. And if that means this relationship has to end, then that's what we need to do. Okay? You'll know. You'll know. Just be honest with yourself. Okay? And don't be scared and talk yourself into doing something that you don't want to do. But I can forgive a liar. Yeah. Because I've lied. I understand. Maybe the conditions of his lie maybe are easier to understand. Maybe he was embarrassed or ashamed or scared of losing you or what you think or judgment or stuff like this. And dive into that a little more. This person might have insecurity problems. That's usually why. Okay. Ken from Orange County, California. Hello, Ken. Thanks for telling me who you are. You guys, please tell us your locations if you can, please. Some of you I remember. David, please. My name's David. Thanks. Thanks for what you do. I live in Orange County, California. You're welcome. Thank you for thanking me. Question, is there a time limit on the narcissist trying to return Hoover? Or could it be years and years after the breakup? Some say narcissists always feel they own you no matter how long it's been. Thanks for the question, Ken. I get this one a lot. I think some of my biggest videos are about this because we want to know, right? We're sitting in limbo. They've done this before. They always come back, but this time's different. There was someone else. They made accusations. They hate me. They tell me I'm evil. They tell me I'm a narcissist. How would I know? And really, if I told you, how could you trust me? How could you trust anything I say after that, huh? Because nobody could know. I've heard toxic people, and I'm not trying to define it. It has to be a narcissist or a borderline or a sociopath. I've heard cluster B disordered people coming back after 30 years and 25 and 20 and 15 and 10 and 12 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and never coming back at all. Or haven't come back yet. I don't know what to tell you, except it's extremely common that they tend to recycle you. So the narcissist objectifies you, places you on a shelf, comes back later, or they discarded you because they can't stand you. You don't offer them what they want and need, or you knew who they are. There's different reasons they come back, and there's different reasons that they don't come back. Ken, maybe if I knew more details, I could guess better. What's important, Ken, is don't wait, don't watch. Tell them never to. Block every avenue and know exactly what you want to do when they do return. To be prepared, we have to ask a lot of if and whens, right? What ifs? So what if they contact you by phone, text, or call, or email, or social media, or come by your house, or come by your work, or through someone else? Okay, come up with a plan, what you would like to do, how you'd like to respond now, instead of waiting till then. Okay? Does that make sense? We'll never know what someone else will do, but we can plan for it. Plan for it, guys. Use who you are and plan for it. This is who you are. What you need, what you want, how you feel, what you value, and your opinion and thoughts. Use this to know what you want to do, what best says who you are, what best keeps you safe and secure and feel good and true to your values. Okay? It's simple, right? It's simple. We don't know what they'll do. My crystal ball broke. Thank you for your question, Ken. And Tara from Niagara area, Canada. Good to see you again, Tara. Beautiful area. Thanks as always for your work and wisdom you put into these videos. With your insight and a great therapist, I'm finally able to look back to see how far I've come. Another example of professional help. One thing I'd like to, and you're welcome. Thank you for thanking me. One thing I'd like to pick your brain about is CPTSD. And are there ways to work through flashbacks and the lingering brain fog? There's a solid 2-year gap along with other memories in childhood that I still can't get back, especially during the height of siblings' torment. And certain things will still grab me in flashback, even though I am working through them much quicker than previously. They still come up periodically. Is this something I am just going to have to learn to live and work with, or will I continue to ease as I continue to heal? I think the community as a whole could benefit from a couple of CPTSD tips and tricks. Hope you're enjoying the beautiful fall weather. Thank you, Tara. I wish I could enjoy fall weather too, but I can't. I don't like cold. I'm already miserable. But thank you. Yeah, and by the way, I've got a playlist, for those of you who don't know, of healing CPTSD. Tons of different things to talk about, the aspects of this disorder. If you heal, that means you won't have them anymore. Okay? Flashbacks, triggers are good indicators we aren't healed yet. Right? Your brain trying to keep you safe so it doesn't happen again. That's what it's doing. Immediate fear. Oh, no, not that. Oh, no, not that. Oh, that's too close. Oh, that's kind of like this. Remember that time back in, it's kind of like that. Right? Definitely, they'll go away when you are healed. Yeah. And we talk and talk and talk. And we protect ourselves. I think that's the big part that a lot of people miss. I'm not just getting out the past and feel better. I have to have the tools to protect myself, and then I do so and gain some confidence. My brain can then relax, doesn't have to take over. Okay? The best example I have of our brains keeping us safe and the voice that we have inside all the time is if I'm always safe and happy and healthy, my voice doesn't need to come very loud and scare me all the time. But say I'm driving down the highway in the fast lane, and I look over in the right lane ahead of me, and there's a car swerving, my brain is going to go, that car will hit you. That car will hit you. You will die. Now, 20 years ago, when my CPTSD was just going, ding, 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 look over everything, that voice is like, it's going to hit you. You're going to die. Today, it might say that, but I don't really hear it. I just move back a little bit, right? 20 years ago, I might have punched it. Right? I might have honked at him. Well, now I just back off. I keep myself safe. My brain doesn't need to do this to me anymore and scare the hell out of me all the time about every little thing. Okay? Thank you. Don't forget, I got that playlist of a bunch of videos about stuff like this. And the brain fog. Yeah. The brain fog is your nervous system offline. It's been not working well all the time. Okay? Once that starts working well, the brain fog will clear. Rory from Ohio again. Hi, Rory. Hi, David. I've been out in the beautiful Ohio weather with my grandson. I think that just means cold, right? Thrifting, going out to... It's not hot. That's what I mean. Sorry. It's not hot. Thrifting, going out to eat, shopping, celebrating my 1-year anniversary for my heart valve replacement. Well, congratulations, Rory. That's a good thing to celebrate. Yeah, I bet your family's happy too. The question I have is about indifferences. I had this for a long time in my marriage, and he probably did too. I just didn't know how to talk about it. Never gain will that be in my life. Never again will that be in my life. Can you please talk about indifference? Thanks, David. Have a great night. Yeah, indifference. I think that's something that we have all been privy to from our partners, by us, ourselves. And it's just, I mean, a great word for CPTSD. Trauma. Trauma is, I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to get away from it. That's most of our childhood, even if you don't know. That's my childhood. How do I stop this? How do I get away from it? Can't. Not as a kid. Can't stop it, can't get away from it. And we don't learn the tools on how to do that. So in adulthood, we're in the same situations. I don't know how to make my husband stop yelling at me. I don't know how to get away from it. Trauma. So one thing we can do is give up. Shut up. Not care. Detach. Yeah. Be indifferent. And very common, you'll find both partners indifferent. And it doesn't have to be an abusive relationship. This is one of the most common problems in romantic relationships, where they stopped communicating. They stopped being vulnerable. Imagine a couple coming to me. They're healthy, both of them. They're like, we're just not, our marriage isn't just, it's not thriving like it did for a few years there. We don't know what's wrong. And it's typically just, you get them to start talking. You go first. You tell them. Do you love them? Tell them. Do you have a problem? What is it? Oh, honey, oh, I love you too. Oh, God. You know? Indifference. One way to survive an abusive relationship. Also one way to make a relationship end. Yeah. Stopping that communication. Most important, communicating. And you got another one here from Rory. Where the trees are bursting with color. Oh, Ohio. You just love that. I love it that you love it. That to me just says cold. Everything is just cold, darling. You asked a question about when my husband finally voiced these rules he had. Yeah, Rory, last video was telling me about rules. If I can remember, whenever you walk into a restaurant, you have to sit where the placemats are. You can't sit at an empty seat and then move a placement over. And if you ever walk into a business, you got to buy something. These are his rules that he had for Rory when they were married. And I said something about the effect of, are these rules spoken about? Were these, because we all have terms in relationships. These are rules. Terms are, hey, you can't do this. Can you please only do this? Right? And we tell the other person, and they agree, and then we move on, right? But a lot of these abusive relationships, manipulators, they have rules, and they might even be unspoken. They didn't even really tell you. Just kind of tell you as we go along, and use passive-aggressive behavior. So I think that's what Rory's that's what I wondered from Rory. So you asked a question about when my husband finally voiced these rules he had. The one about how you should buy something, you went into different shops because you took up their time. The rule about when dining out, you should sit wherever the placemat and utensils are. I thought about it, and I think you're right about it, starting with disapproving looks. Sighing, rolling the eyes, crossing arms, until one day he stood up and stared off in the distance and stated his rules. I wish I could say the date it happened, like August 10th, 1987. Wow. Wow, Rain Man. And they were so random. If I were dating now and someone would have these rules, I'd tell them, adios, amigos. Oh, my favorite that I've been practicing in front of the mirror. F-O. Thanks for asking me a question about my question. You're welcome. I'm just glad when questions make you think. I try to. August 10th, 1987 is when he finally told you the rules. I bet you didn't meet that year. Right? Think about that one. When did you meet? How long did it take until he knew you were attached enough on him and you won't leave? That he can just come out and finally say these ridiculous, abusive, controlling rules and you won't leave. You'll accept them. And what was your reaction when he stated his ridiculous, controlling rules? What did you say? Did you need to say anything? Or just not leave? That means you agree, huh? Jason from Ireland. Hi, Jason. Hi, David. I was wondering if you could do a video on the mirroring, mimic, copying behavior, as I have found this quite insidious. Any topic introduced would be learnt to know more than the originator, even if it's your country of which one descended. Not sure what you meant by that. Language barrier. I have. I've done a video on every single thing anybody ever asked me, I think, by now. Because I got like 1,200 videos just on this stuff. So I definitely have done more than one on mirroring, mimicking, copying. And that's even like a title, I think. I think that's literally one of my titles. And that one should have been this year. You just scroll down, you'll see it. I have some in playlists, some videos. But mirroring, mimic, mirroring, this is stuff that we all do. We started doing as children. It's so important. And people with problems like this in adulthood means mom didn't accept them very well. Mom, probably not emotional connection. Mom was estranged. Mom was drunk, high, personality disorder, something. We have problems with this stuff. Or you meet a borderline or narcissist that does. There's no relationship with mom. I don't care if they're in their life every day. There's no emotional needs met. There's no connection. No healthy bonding. Okay. But any specific questions you have about this, Jason, please ask. And usually I'll just do another one. Usually this just sparks me to do another one on the subject. And I try to come up with something new. But yeah, anybody's got topics you want me to talk about, ideas for videos, please tell me down below. Thanks. I think I'd do every one that everybody asks if I don't already have one. And Victoria again from the Bay Area. I'm invited to a family party. I'm so excited. Yay! Because they haven't invited me to any family party for going on 4 years. Because certain family members don't like me. I really don't care because I'm doing this for my mother's family picture. I have no idea what kind of energy I'm going to be facing. Can you please give me some advice? The last time they saw me, I was weak. I just want to show them I survived through it all. I have to be prepared. If you don't want to say hello to me, that's okay. I know I can do this. David, can you help me, please? Yeah, that's great that you want to try to do something that might be a little scary, something that you want, something for you. Come up with another reason. I mean, not that it has to be totally different, but something for Victoria, right? Why do you want to do this? And don't forget that and tell yourself the whole time. Come up with a plan. How long do you want to be there? What do you want to do when you're there? Go there, do it, leave. You don't have to stay. Explain to people. Know first how you would like to react, Victoria, so I can't tell you. What do you want to do when Uncle Sam comes up, who is an asshole all the time? Doesn't matter if you don't see him for 8 years. The first thing he says is asshole shit out of his mouth, right? How would you like to handle that? Think about it now and try to stick to it. It helps to bring someone. Can you bring someone with you? That really, really helps. Why not, huh? Who cares what the other people who don't like you think? They already don't like you. So don't try to make them like you. Just remember that people feed off of and see how you feel about yourself, Victoria. Okay? You want someone to respect you, you respect yourself. That's all you worry about, and you respect other people, okay? Stay true to who you are. Real important to those values, those morals that you value so much. Use those, no matter how other people react, and know what you want to do. If you can't take it, something's bad, somebody does something, you're allowed to leave, just leave, okay? But it'd be great if you could take somebody. I'm sure your mother wouldn't mind if you brought a friend or somebody, okay? That usually helps. Have a plan. Okay? I think that should help. Another thing that helps is overdress. Believe it or not. Look really nice. Yeah. Maybe a new outfit so you feel good. Okay? Sally. Is anger and crying sign of depression? I think our daughter is going through that and her husband is initiating it. For sure not supporting her, helping her. So, yeah, I'm sorry your daughter's going through this. Real common if you did, Sally. It's in the family. Yeah. How is her father? Well, let's see. You think your daughter has a toxic husband? Was your husband toxic? Do you see? Yeah. Your daughter has a lot to heal from. Okay? More than just this relationship, her childhood. But are anger and crying signs of depression? Well, I'm not going to say if I see someone cry or is angry that they're depressed. Could they be symptoms? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they could be symptoms. I mean, sure, crying, yeah, right? Wouldn't you think? And anger too. Anger could be very much a sign of depression. I said, here's my reply. Sure, they can be, but there are more signs of depression. Change in sleep patterns, eating patterns, first thought and feelings after waking are negative, isolating, abusing drugs, alcohol and other addictions, other people, abusing other people and hurting themselves, sabotaging themselves, change in eating patterns, talking about negative past experiences or preoccupation with the past or fears, not trusting people, lack in self-care, loss of interest, aloof, sad, negative. Okay? Thank you. And Diane says, I can set boundaries, but he just ignores them. Those aren't boundaries. Those aren't boundaries. I happened to catch Rory's reply, and it's perfect word, consequences. What are the consequences, Diane? Okay? If you're going to leave him because he does something like this, we don't need to tell him and threaten him. You tell him he's never allowed to do it again. When I used to train dogs a little bit, I dabbled in training dogs. And really it's training the owner. Okay? Dogs respond to the owner, right? Dogs out of control. You're not keeping them in control. You're not, yeah. So one thing is with a dog, I'm just trying to use it as an example. We don't sit and talk to the dog and, hey, you know what? When I want you to sit down, I'd really appreciate it when you sit down, okay? It'd make my life a whole lot easier and better, and it would just be great if you could. Could you start sitting when I tell you to sit? Can you sit down, please? Sit, please. I tell them they have one chance and one chance only. That's it. If you don't make them sit in this one chance you have, they'll never sit, and it's done. Sit! Okay? So I'm not saying yell at them. I'm not saying you threaten them. I'm saying you be that serious and you tell them you have one chance to tell them, and they're never allowed to do this ever. Okay? And then you decide what your consequences will be when he steps right across your boundaries and doesn't care. What are you going to do? Because we've been doing nothing. Boundaries are a measure of your self-worth. Okay, Diane? Where is your self-worth? Let's see. Everyone's watching, including yourself. You get to decide. It's that easy. You get to determine where your self-worth is. Nobody else. Only you. Where is it? Up here or down here? Because down here is where it is. How do I know that? Because boundaries are a measure of your self-worth. And if he's stepping and ignoring them and we're still together, we don't think we're worthy of any of our boundaries. Do you believe you're worthy of your boundaries, Diane? Show it. Okay? You can't control this person. You can only accept them for who they are, but you don't have to accept them into your life. Okay? Practice. Talk to somebody, get support with this, and practice. Practice makes perfect. Okay? I hope that helps. And I'm sorry someone's doing that to you. That's abuse. Because you're saying, I feel this way, so I feel good when you do this and they won't do it, and I feel bad when you do this and they keep doing it. That's called abuse, just to be clear. Are you worthy of being abused or not being abused? Let's see. Come back and tell us. Okay? Good luck. Rose from the United Kingdom. Hi, yes, that's okay. Yes, been a while, did ask, but I've forgotten on what video now. Been looking after my dad, but question is, I'm anxious not to go to the wrong conclusion. A lot of times with his behavior, it's very much like Asperger's, very extreme on doing things right and on routine. That's huge. Works, sleeps, eats. No social blokes thing. But other things you say about PBD fits as well. Still not sure what your question is, Rose. I didn't see one in there. Don't see a question mark. You're looking after your dad, and he seems about as good as your husband. That's why you married someone like your husband, because your dad's like this. I don't know why you're doing this. Can you tell us why? And not for anybody else. Why does Rose want to do this? That'd be really good for you to know why you want to do this, okay? Why you want to continue to be abused by multiple people. You don't have to. You're not committed to this. If you agree to it, we can all change our mind. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. Taking care of people while being abused. And I don't need to take care of you anymore. It's pretty simple. You're not doing this. It's like reporting a crime. Someone commits a crime against you and you're reporting it. Is that you? Did you do whatever happens to him? No, they did. If someone wants to abuse me, I'm not taking care of you. Did I do something? No. I'm just not going to take care of you anymore. Never was my responsibility. Especially dad or mom. You didn't have them, they had you. And I'll argue with anybody. People love to argue about this. Oh, no, that's not right. They're your dad. They brought you in this world and you take care of them until they die. No. That's great if it works out for you, but it doesn't work out like that for everybody else. Okay? Good luck, Rose. If you have a question, please ask me. You said, sometimes I won't do something or whatever it is, but then I do them as if you feel hypnotized in a way, but obviously not just feel you do things, you're aware, but doing them anyway. Not sure what that means, Rose. I'd love for you to clarify that for me. I'm a little slow. It sounds like possibly you're talking about dissociating. Being in an abusive relationship for a long time that you don't know how to stop the abuse or get out of it. And it's been long enough now that your brain might just be dissociating and you're just kind of going through the motions. Might even be forgetting things. I'm not sure how I got here. You guys ever drive down the road and realize you missed your turn 5 miles ago and you don't know what the hell you've been doing or thinking about for the last 5 miles? Those are forms of dissociating. I used to be good at that. That is all the questions, guys. Thank you very, very much. Great questions. Keep them coming, okay? And if we need help, get it. It's a measure of your self-worth. For those of you who think you're so tough and don't need help and you can do it all alone because therapy's stupid, this is where your self-worth is. If I'm at the bottom of the screen here. Yeah, maybe even down here. Hiring help. Good start. Okay? All right? And people in your life and around you are worthy of you being healthy too. Yeah? If they don't think that and you don't get help and healthy, then they might not have you in their life anymore. If they continue to have you in their life and you're not healthy and getting the help you need, then their self-worth might be pretty low too. Pretty toxic environment. I'd suggest just talking to someone. That's it. Okay? Thanks, guys. Very, very much. And keep the questions coming, please. Let me know what you think of my answers very much and give your own examples. That would be great. Most of all, love yourself first. I'll see you next week. Bye.